My name is Aniela Gryziec, and I was born May 2nd, 1928, in the small village of Aleksandrów, Poland. I had 4 brothers and a sister. 2 of my brothers died shortly after birth, and my sister died when she was 10 years old of fever. I was 11 years old in 1939 when Germany invaded Poland. My family and I fled into the woods, but we were captured and sent to Majdanek, a concentration camp. My father was separated from us, but my brothers were allowed to stay with my mom and I. For 7 years I worked the fields and experienced horrible physical and mental abuse. When the war ended in 1945, we were all spared and reunited with my father. Shortly after being reunited, I made the difficult decision to leave Poland and my family behind. Through the Catholic Charities organization, I was promised housing and a job in America, and at 20 years old, I boarded a plane headed for America. I started working as a nanny on Fifth Avenue on the Upper East Side in Manhattan. While imprisoned in Germany, I learned some of the language and was matched up for this job because the boy's nurse spoke German. I worked 6 days a week with every other Saturday of the month off. When my services as a nanny were no longer required, I was able to secure a job at the Chiclets Gum Factory. During this time, my family came to America and were given a job on a farm in Brewster, New York. I moved into an apartment in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, conveniently located right off the busy hustle and bustle of Manhattan Avenue, where I would do all of my daily shopping. In Greenpoint, through church gatherings, I was able to meet other girls from Poland and form lifelong friendships. I met my husband Adam while at a dance at Roseland Ballroom. I was sitting at a table with my friends when he came up and asked me to dance. We danced for what felt like forever, and I knew that night I had met the love of my life. We got married August 9th, 1952. We were both 25 years old. The wedding and party was one of the happiest days of my life, being surrounded by my family, friends, and the love of my life. 8 months later, he was drafted into the Army and sent off to the Korean War. He was a corporal paratrooper for the 101st Airborne Division, which meant that he would jump from flying planes onto the battlefield. Of course, I worried every day about him and threw myself into working double shifts at the factory. He returned home safely, and through his Army pension and my savings from work, we put a down payment on a house in Greenpoint. Our first daughter, Christina, was born on September 7, 1957, and our second daughter, Teresa, was born February 4, 1959. I remained home raising our daughters while my husband found work in a butcher shop, which he later bought and owned. In May of 1978, my husband passed away suddenly of a heart attack. After spending 26 years with him, my life was turned upside down. With both of my daughters attending college, I found work by cleaning homes. When my daughters graduated college and were able to help financially, we were in a position where I didn't have to continue working. During that difficult time, I met Stanley Nastalic, a man who would become a wonderful companion for the rest of my life. My youngest daughter, Teresa, got married and soon gave me 4 beautiful granddaughters. Angela was born January 27, 1995, and her triplet sisters, Teresa, Regina, and Caroline, were born September 30, 1997. Being able to watch them grow into the beautiful young ladies they are today is one of the greatest joys in my life. In 1995, my oldest daughter, Christina, became a police officer and is now a lieutenant in the NYPD. I've gone back to Poland a few times, and I'm thankful for the opportunities I've had to do so. On September 2, 2012, after spending 84 wonderful years on Earth, I went to join my husband in heaven. I'm so thankful for the wonderful memories I've made and continue to watch over my family from heaven.